Hello and a very good morning and happy Monday. Hashtag Monday Motivation. On third day of freedom. Interesting, didn't sleep very well last night, which is ironic. But yes, third day of freedom. We're out and about. We've flattened the curve. We've stayed safe and yeah, words. Don't forget to drop me a like in down below. I appreciate how much the likes help me out. So don't forget to drop me in that like. It does help me out. Or if you want to drop me a little comment, smiley face, thumbs up, bicep emoji, all helps me out. So don't forget to do that. I do appreciate it. And let's rock and roll. We're going to talk about cost, value, and price. And I've shared something in the description which I borrowed from my coach Chris, and it's really really good actually. And it basically says that if how much is it is the best question you can ask, then you're really going to struggle to find somebody to really solve your problem. And I think that's really true. And this kind of triggers people a lot because there's nothing wrong with finding out, how much something you're going to pay for something, of course, because you need to know. But cost and value and price they're all different things. And actually, the way you've got to look at it is, if you go cheap, and I've said this before, you could end up paying a lot more in terms of time, which could be more valuable to you than the actual original outlay, if that makes sense. And you'll know this from potentially if you've ever had any work done and it's been wrong and you've had to then recoup it by paying out more and time and so on and so forth. So actually it's really really important to remember that it's not the best question you can ask, because you can ask better questions before you get to that question, okay? Because what I normally find a lot of the time is that people ask that question, you tell them the answer, and then they make a decision based on that alone, whether they can afford that particular amount. Now that doesn't, they may physically, if you haven't got 147 quid in your bank account, then you've got probably bigger problems than weight loss. Or if you are, like someone said to me once, that the cost of our program is 3 months food shopping. Well, you've got bigger problems than weight loss. You can't help everybody. Things are tailored towards a certain audience. So in that respect, it's not about helping everybody and trying to say people are bad or good or whatever else. It's about saying, well, if you're in a position where you really truly want to change, what are the questions you need to ask before you ask how much is it? Because it ultimately, if you want to solve your problem, you will find out whether or not the thing that you're looking at will solve your problem. And if it does solve your problem, then the value is more important than the cost. If it doesn't, like for example, if our program doesn't solve your problem, then there's no point doing it, is there? So it's about the questions. It's not about the cost. So people get triggered by this stuff. There's a lot of stuff people get triggered by, and you shouldn't really. You should say, well, actually, what do I actually want? If you want to get in shape and lose weight, well, it's going to cost you. But how much it costs you depends on what you actually want to do. Yeah, because if you go cheap and end up trying to lose weight for 3 years, but you do it in a cheap way and it costs you 300 quid over 3 years versus 300 quid over 3 months, do you see what I'm saying? You've spent more in a shorter time frame, but you've actually achieved more as well and got more value from it. So that's something to think about. So anyway, if you do want to get involved in our next 6-week transformation, which is £147, by the way, all the information is in the description. I've popped it all down there. You've got a link in there for our Harborne or Sutton location. If you sign up now, you can have the rest of this week free, and start your 6-week program starts on the 31st, which is a week today. But we will give you the rest of this week free, because we're good like that. But you need to get cracking and get down there. If you've got any questions, you can text us or you can drop a comment in. We'd appreciate that. But don't forget to drop me a like or a share or a little comment, and I'd appreciate that very much. Hashtag Monday Motivation. Let's go.